Back inside the Adamson University gym, as now we feature the team captain of NU Nazareth School, Jeff Gallego, as he and the rest of the Bullpups take on one of our Final Four teams so far in the picture, led by Pao Medino. It's the UST Junior Spikers, wearing black with complementary white and yellow for today. It is UST versus NU Nazareth School, followed by De La Salle Isabel versus FEU Diliman, and then it's UPIS versus Adamson University to wrap up our quadruple header for the boys division in UAAP High School Volleyball. Thank you so much for joining us on Pilipinas Live. This is Mixed Comments at your service, and as I mentioned, we actually have a great matchup at our hands because we are featuring two of our potential Final Four teams, with NU having already secured a spot alongside the UE Junior Red Warriors. FEU is at number 3, UST is at number 4, but Adamson is still trying to whisper from behind, just one game away from the Junior Golden Spikers. Ateneo earlier today lost to UE, that's why they're still winless with 0 wins and 13 losses on their record. Alright, let's discuss the team of NU Nazareth School. Coach Edgar Baroga, of course, ready for action once more against one of the toughest teams that we have in the UAAP. And we did interview this guy in our previous game. Yuan Mendoza did say that blocking will be such a big key for them in this matchup. We did have a bit of a challenge for him. If he can try to block Pao Medino in today's ball game, or if he can do it multiple times. It's going to be interesting if he can step up to that challenge alongside, of course, his wonderful attacking ability. Teaming up with him is the tallest player of NU, Irilis Kasim, who actually started playing volleyball because of the influence of his kuyas, Ismael and Ibrahim. Well, this guy has come a long way from Tawi-Tawi. He tried out for NU because of his idol in Brian Bagunas. Now he's one of the top opposite spikers that we have in UAAP season 86. And it's going to be interesting as to how he can perform against UST in today's game. Now let's transition to the other side of things, the UST Junior Golden Spikers, a team that has come a long way since the first round of this tournament, because Coach Aing Esteban's squad actually transformed themselves come the second round of UAAP season 86. Nakatulong pa nga raw, no, that he actually went away for a while in Japan as he was with another team. But because of that, it allowed UST's players to have a sense of bigger accountability amongst themselves, and that made Coach Aing, of course, very proud of Kalel Legaspi and the rest of the Junior Golden Spikers. Kalel, let's talk about him for a while. This is a guy who talked to us about pace, no? Something that was very useful for them in their win versus UE in the second round. That's something that they have worked on since the start of the second round of this tournament, and they will surely apply that same fast pace against NU today. And he also told us that floor defense will be key for them. That's why we shall highlight this guy, the libero of UST in Junli Tejones. Sabi niya sa atin, defense pattern has been a theme for them in the last training sessions of UST this past week, no? And it has been a theme actually for them since the first round of UST's matchup against UE, because that was actually the turning point for them in the season. That game in the first round versus UE gave them much confidence that allowed them to play so much better here in the second round. And so, can they actually continue with the momentum that they have built for themselves and get a great win today against the NU Nazareth School Bullpups? It's going to be a very interesting matchup, folks, here inside the Adamson University gym. It's number 2 versus number 4 in the standings. UST versus NU coming right up.
Volleyball tournament, presenting our game officials for match number 50 of the boys division. First referee Choi Buki. Second referee Camille Abanto. Let us now meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the National University Nazareth School Bullpups. Starting with the team captain, setter number 2, Jeff Gallego. Middle blocker number 1, Glenn Chor. Outside hitter number 8, Matthew Abot. Another outside hitter number 10, Cart Lascuña. Middle blocker number 17, Migs Eger. Opposite hitter number 20, Ireles Casir. And their starting libero is number 5, Sherwin Retiro. Head coach of the NU Nazareth School Bullpups is Edgar Barroga. And now the starting lineup for the University of Santo Tomas Junior Golden Spikers. Starting with the team captain, center number 9, Kalel Legaspi. Middle blocker number 10, Sean Cruz. Outside hitter number 12, Ron Poha. Middle blocker number 17, Eric Perez. Outside hitter number 18, Pau Medino. Opposite hitter number 21, John Chris Aiko. And their starting libero is number 13, Junli Tejones. Coaching the Junior Golden Spikers is Clarence Esteban.
Presenting the starters for the Bullpups, you have Casin, Kion, Lascuña, Retiro, Abot, Eager, and Gallego. The usual starting 6 and libero for NU in this season. And then for UST, we have Aiko, Cruz, Poha, Tejones, Legaspi, Perez, Medino. As well, will complete the starting 6 and libero for the Junior Golden Spikers. So these are the usual starting units, as we are expecting a showdown between two of the top 4 teams so far in UAAP Season 86 High School Boys Volleyball. We are just a couple of days away from our Final Four format, by the way, because UST was defeated, or UE was defeated by UST a couple of weeks ago. We're not going to have a step ladder. UE is actually sitting behind this guy, Kalel Legaspi, who will be serving for UST to start the match. So they will be observing their opponents come the Final Four. But before actually the Final Four, they will go up against NU as our preliminaries ender. So watch out for that. Here's NU with the first attack in this ball game. It's Cart Lascuña getting the first point. That's a nice combination play. Now, Cart Lascuña will be serving for the Bullpups. Ball is in. Nice float serve. There's the counter. Net defense staying strong for NU, which is going to be key for them. Unfortunately, it was Aiko from the opposite side who got the point. John Chris Aiko. There you go. Challenging the defense of Matthew Abot. He prevailed. Service is in. First ball by Retiro. There's the tip, or the push rather, by Ireles Casim, the native of Tawi-Tawi, who wasn't recruited at all by Coach Aying Esteban. Instead, Ireles Casim, because of his dreams to play for NU. Of course, influenced by Brian Bagunas. He went to Manila, tried out, and here he is today. At the net, tough save by Kalel Legaspi. A chance now for NU. Gallego will choose the middle. Push by Eager. Nice pancake save. And there's the counter. John Chris Aiko will score again. I hope everybody appreciates the exchanges that we have seen so far in this game. This is high quality volleyball, folks. After a nice save by Tejones, it was John Chris Aiko who delivered the goods. 2-all. Sean Cruz with the serve. Lascuña with the first ball. That's Ireles Casim once more. Legaspi with a back set to Aiko. What a setup that was. Chased by NU. No more. And it's a point for UST. I'd give that point to Kalel Legaspi, who only transitioned as a setter 1 week before the tournament started. Before that, all his life, he played as a libero. But he's also the team captain of UST this year. So it's not just the setting duties, but the leadership duties on the shoulders of Kalele Gaspi. And it's all paying off as he just gave a word to Sean Cruz, who just scored with the service ace. Straight to the corner of zone number 5. 4-2 in favor of UST, the team that beat the UE Red Warriors in this season. They're the only team to have done that. Matthew Abot. Ball deflected. Legaspi. Back row. Ron Poha will score. They are just a different beast in the second round of this tournament. In the words of Kalele Gaspi, round 1 was basically the transition period that's supported by Junli Tejones. Of course, with the new setter, they've had to adjust to a different system. Of course, it's quick also, no, when you think about the transition period of these high school players. Mabilisan ang palitan ng players. Ball outside in favor of NU Nazareth School. So they trim the lead down to 2 as Irilis Kasim will now be serving for NU. He sends that ball in. Poha with the first ball. Combination push. Sent back by NU. Legaspi opens up. Medino's rejected. Now they go to the quick. That's Miguel Eager who returns the ball, as it was actually low from the hit. The half Austrian reading that attack very well, timing it perfectly. 4 serving 5 now. Kasim back at it. Poha with the first ball. To the left pin, it's Pao Medino, the usual top scorer for UST, scoring. It's a nice swing. 6 serving 4, UST on top. John Tres Aiko. Short serve, first ball, perfectly put up. Leading onto that middle hit by Miguel Eager. That's what happens when you have a nice receive. You get to activate your middle blockers. So that's a big shout out as well, not only to Miguel Eager, but to Sherwin Retiro as well. Again, Retiro, the libero of NU, had to wait for 6 years before being able to play on this level. As Pao Medino scores again for UST with a cross-court hit. He's off to a good start. 7-5. Oh, that's low. The lead is 1. Coach Aing talking to a UAP official on his back. That coaching staff has been very successful in this season, especially if you know the story of their transition from round 1 to 2. They've come a long way. Nice hit, nice approach. Ron Poha, who definitely has a good first ball to his name. Getting that ball back. Not much movement there for Kalele Gaspi. And again, when you're the receiver, it gives you the best chance to get the perfect hit dahil nasa iyo ang buwelo mula sa receive. And that, of course, came from Josh Ibanez himself, the MVP in the seniors division. Ooh, someone touched the net. It's Cart Ascuna. 9-6, UST on top. Can you imagine if UST wins against this team of Coach Edgar Baroga and company? The confidence that they will have leading on to the Final Four, having defeated NU and UE in the second round. That's long, but there was a check. Ascuna will score, some retribution for him. Tight one here inside the Adamson University gym, as expected. Off of the full rotation. Now it's Jeff Gallego, the team captain and the setter for NU, serving. Straight to the back, Poha with the receive. Again, that's a nice receive. Ball put up by Matthew Abbott. Back set to Kasim. That's in, off of the block. Sean Cruz working alongside Ron Poha. How about that? That's inside, no doubt. So Poha is off to a great start with his defense and his offense as well. And here's Kalel. Full rotation UST. Ball up. Combination again. That is outside, as ruled by the linesman. Again, we do not have a challenge system in the high school ranks, so we shall continue. 11-7 in favor of UST. Here's team captain Kalel Legaspi. Set up to the middle. Great counter there for NU as Glention scores his first point in this game. That's what you love about the Bullpups. The distribution has always been excellent. Of course, steered by Jeff Gallego. Everybody's being activated. And not only from the first unit, but all the way to the second unit as well. You have some gunners there. They're still waiting at the bench as Sean Cruz scores for UST. 12-8. Ron Poha will be serving now. Ball up, not the best of receives by Sherwin Retiro. Kasim will send it through. Poha with a dig. Legaspi to the left pin. Oh my goodness. What a spike by Pao Medina, just hammering that ball home. What else can you do? Matthew Abbott's foot was extended. The arms and the hands of Sherwin Retiro, they were not enough. It's a 5-point advantage for UST. Glention, Carlos Cunha, and the rest of the NU Bullpups taking on the UST Junior Golden Spikers. Iriles Kasim and the rest of the white shirts are looking for answers as they're down by 5 against Ron Poha and company. Ball returned by Sean Cruz. One more time. And one more time, it was returned by Sean Cruz. Fantastic job at the net. Well, the ball was also overset there by Jeff Gallego. 14-8 now. Cross-court hit for Abbott. Trimming the lead down to 5. Challenging the defense of Ron Poha, who was late that time around. And certainly a good sign for NU's top scorer. Ball in. Legaspi will back set. Nice block. That's Eager and Abbott working together. A very tall front line, forming the wall for NU. And you got to love just how Matthew Abbott reacted to that block of his. This is normally a soft-spoken guy, but when it comes to having fun on the floor, he never misses out. Service now for David Lardizabal coming off the bench. It's outside. So it's 15-10 in favor of UST. The Golden Spikers still in control. Much like what happened to UE versus UST in the second round of their matchup. Ooh, misreceived. Abbott will push. Chance now for the black shirts. Poha faking the attack and then setting it up to Pao Medina, who was rejected. One more try. Ball returned to UST. Legaspi. This time, it's a tip from the back row. A chance now for NU. Ooh, a net touch. An absolute net touch by Eric Perez. No escape there. Yeah. He caught the net fully with his arm or with his hand. 11 serving 15. Irilis Kasim. Ball up by Poha. Legaspi onto Pau. Bit of spin on that ball. Tough return. Tejones keeping it alive. A chance now for NU. They will go to the slide, and that works for Miguel Eager. Boy, are we feeling the energy inside the Adamson University gym. This might just be a preview of the playoffs. Perez will check out. And the new guy is Jeric Luston for the UST Junior Golden Spikers. Miguel Eager and company are down by 3. Service still received, leading on to this free ball. The slide. Wow, what a pancake save by Tejones. Medino. There was a net touch. Some retribution for the Golden Spikers. Now, Coach Aying gives some instructions to Pau. How about that pancake save for the millionth time for Junie Tejones? And then the net touch on the way up against NU. 16-12. Attack from the back. This is a good chance for UST. Pau Medino. There's a wall in front of him. Boy, the activity of Tejones in this game has been mighty impressive. But the efforts of himself and Pau Medino weren't enough as the ball was already on the side of NU. So it's now 12 serving 16. Make that 13 serving 16. Matthew Abbott. Misreceive. Medino still able to recalculate and score. That's a sharp angle. Basically a cut shot for Pau Medino. 17-13. Ball up for NU. 1-2. Jeff Gallego. And this guy is no stranger to scoring points on his own as a former opposite spiker. But this time, he does it in 1-2 setter fashion. 14 serving 17. Miguel Eager. Ball up by Tejones, who has been fantastic for UST. And speaking of fantastic, that was such a fantastic hit by Ron Poha. Perfectly executed. (18-14). Jeric Luston. Ball up by Cart. Deflected by the net defense of UST. There was a touch. Looks like Kalel made the mistake. Legaspi apologizes to his team. And obviously, that's the challenge when you're not one of our tallest setters. You really have to jump higher, exert more effort against the tall blockers of the opposing teams. Legaspi will now go to Poha, who's rejected, but the ball sails outside, so it's a point for UST. (19-15). Kalel Legaspi. Whistle blown. Wonder what happened there. Well, the call was against NU. That's why initially the referees are rewarding the point to UST.
Nakapesto na siya. Naka-overlap. So, ganito ang gagawin natin. Okay lang yung kahit na hindi pa nare-release or na-release basta bago mag-start, kung saan yung original pwesto mo, doon ka na. Dapat gano'n. Ha? Sige, next time. Nandun ka na kaagad. Ang sabi niya. Sige na.
Alright, so it's the movement of Jeff Gallego that was in question. So it's a positional fault for NU. Now Coach Edgar is trying to contest with the Bullpups. And I'm sure everybody understands a single point is so important, especially at this part of the set. That will bring up UST onto 20 points already. All right, so NU still pleading its case.
Ang sabi ni second referee, di ka pa nagsiserve, nandun ka na. Sige na, yun ang anong decision. Pag sabi kay coach, hindi ka pa nag-start. Yun na.
So we shall continue with UST getting the point. It's 20-15. Kalele Gaspi back at it again. Gallego will go to the middle. Ooh, the ball was returned by Kalel. NU, right pin against three blockers. Carlos Cunha scores. How about that? Gotta see the replay on that one. Three players in front of him, and yet he prevailed. With a bit of a stare down as well for Carlos Cunha, as now he serves. 16-20. Legaspi, right pin. No point for Aiko. The counter by Abut. The ball is returned to him, so that's a point for UST. 21-16. What a duel. And we're only at the beginning. Here's Ron Poha. That's an ace. 22 points on the board now for UST. And we have a timeout courtesy of Coach Edgar Baroga. It's a 6-point advantage for the junior Golden Spikers. Coach Edgar Baroga looking for answers as the number 2 seeded team in the tournament against the number 4 seeded team. Coach Aing Esteban and the rest of UST. The Golden Spikers are up by 6. Momentum is definitely on their side. But let's see if that service error will ignite something for the Bullpups. Here's Coach Aing, obviously. Even though he's not so animated as of this moment, I'm sure he's very proud of his program. Especially with the changes that have happened for them in the mid-season. Pao Medino tried to score, and, well, he will. The return went straight to the antenna, which indicates outside. Strong hit straight to the back. Could have been out, but that's definitely outside. Now it's Yuan Mendoza who checks in for Matthew Abut. And this guy is no joke. Yuan is very creative with his attacks. And he did mention during our interview in the first game earlier today that he will be stepping up in terms of his blockings against UST. Ball deflected. Chase by Poha. That's John Chris Aiko with a sharp angle. But it was too sharp that the ball went straight. Coach Edgar Baroga, meaning it was outside. (18 serving 23 now. Irilis Kasim. That's low. A crucial service error that will give 6 set points for UST in our first showing. Let's see if Jeff Gallego and the rest of NU will have answers against John Chris Aiko and the rest of UST. John Chris sends that ball in. There's the answer. The first of what could be many here, and what should be many if NU still wants to win this set. We have witnessed major comebacks time and time again in Philippine volleyball. But will it happen again? Pushed by Ron Poha. Gallego will choose Lascuña, who was rejected. Nice coverage by Retiro. Now the off-speed will not be met by Tejones, who tried to dive for the ball. He was far from it. So that's another point for NU. Nice read there. Bart Lascuña scoring the 20th point of NU in set number 1. That's a good receive. Back row hit. It's low for Ron Poha. 3 straight points for NU. We're still alive here. 24-21. NU just saved 3 set points here in the first set of this matchup. But can Yuan Mendoza and company actually continue with their momentum? It starts with this serve, which is in. Legaspi, down the line hit, that's out for Medino. So that's another set point saved by NU Nazareth School. They're only down by 2 here. Now the UST bench is begging for just 1 point. Yuan Mendoza will have to be consistent with the serves, and he does so. Middle hit, that's it. That's the 1 point that UST was praying for. Delivered by the guy who came off the bench, Jeric Luston. Nice setup by Kalel Legaspi, straight to the middle. All right, folks, we're off to a great start. UST winning the first set against NU as they try to give us another upset in round number 2. Couple of highlights. Riles Kasim got himself going again on the right pin. But Ron Poha certainly came alive, both in offense and defense for UST. Pao Medino as well, the top scorer of the Golden Spikers, delivering the goods from the left pin. Our score in set number 1. We're back inside the Adamson University gym where the UST Junior Golden Spikers are off to a great start, having won set number 1 versus NU Nazareth School. This is their battle in the second round of UAAP Season 86 High School Boys Volleyball. Thank you for joining us on Pilipinas Live and on the UAAP Varsity channel. This is Mix Gomez at your service as we continue to feature 2 of our top 4 teams so far in the picture. But it's actually the number 4 seeded team right now with the advantage against the number 2 seeded team. And remember, UST did something alike against the UE Red Warriors, who was still watching this game from the sidelines. They won against the top-seeded UE earlier in this round. Let's see if they can duplicate that, as Jeff Gallego and the rest of NU are, of course, looking for retribution here. Received by Ron Poha. Back row hit. And that's a point for Pao Medino. Medino's just off to a great start. This is his usual game as the hitter for UST. You can see his variety. And he can just score from any angle. With power at that. Kalel Legaspi serves. Gallego. To the middle they go. Ball way up to the ceiling. And eventually it hit the fan, which means it is outside. Bart Lascuña now serves. And it's an ace. Something that NU definitely wants to see. Not only an ace from Cart Ascuna, but the lead that is to their belonging. Two to one. NU on top in set two. Ascuna sends that ball in. Medina with the receive. Quick hit. It's Sean Cruz. UST is just playing consistent volleyball. Ron Poha. That's long. Right after I said consistency. A mistake. That will give the lead back to NU. Back and forth we go. Glention now. Ball up. Over receive. There's the counter. Back row hit. Tion keeping it alive. There's the back set onto Akaak. And a point for Kobe. Kobe Akaak is one of those hitters alongside Yuan Mendoza, who I mentioned in the first set, are still at the same high caliber for NU. These guys can just come in at any point of the match and they can play like starters. Pambawi naman para kay John Chris Aiko, challenging two blockers at the net. Actually, it was just one. The other one was late. Here's Sean Cruz. 3 to 4. Akaak will send it back to the left pin. Mendoza was checked. Ooh, Eager with a nice drop. Countered by UST. That doesn't work. 4 touches. Palmedino's ball was low. Here come the Golden Spikers. They couldn't score. Ooh! Eager just able to reach that ball. And the push by Mendoza. Medino again. Dropping it. And no more save there for NU. Paul Medino will trim the lead down to 1. It's been mostly him from the side of UST. Four serving 5. We proceed with John Chris Aiko. Gallego to the middle. And the combination play doesn't work as the ball wasn't aided by the net. The net actually brought the ball outside. Five all. UST now trying to claim the advantage. John Chris Aiko, sharp serve. Mendoza putting it up. Gallego back to Yuan. And that's in. Straight to the back line. Yuan Mendoza. He actually has been known for his variety of attacks in this season. It's not just power for him. We've seen a lot of tips, a lot of pushes, a couple of off speeds as well. Now about Pao Medino, is continuing to prevail against the net defense of NU. That's off of the hands of Yuan Mendoza, or was that Cart Ascuna? Two players wearing sleeves, half sleeves. Gallego onto Cart, ball up by Pao Medino. Tejones will send it to Ron Poha, who had to recalculate. Ooh, there's a push by Cart Ascuna. Some players of UST tried to argue that he hit the net, but no sir. Let's see what happens. Ooh. It still is a point for NU. So we shall continue, 7-6. Miguel Eager. Kalele Gaspi, opposite. Ooh, miss hit there. by Jeric Buston. Eight to 6 now. Eager will be the one serving. Poha, first ball. And that quick attack works for UST. Buston with another point. He was the one who finished things off in set number 1. Lead trimmed down to 1. We shall proceed with Mr. Jeric Luston. That's low. And he knew it. It's usually the toss that indicates whether or not the serve will go well. Some players are able to hit it, just able to send it to the other side, but some don't anymore. Sean Cruz with a quick answer. It's been quick answers for UST, by the way. Kalele Gaspi activating his middle blockers, which is a good sign. That's a reflection of their floor defense. At the same time, it opens up the wings. So it makes life easier for Pao Medino and Ron Poha. Gallego will choose the middle. The other end, it's John Chris Aiko. Ball put up by Gallego. Las Cunha is rejected. It's Aiko working alongside Sean Cruz for that wall. And it looks like Sean Cruz was the one who got his arm on that volleyball. Oh, it's the right arm of Sean and the left arm of Aiko. 9-all now. Kalele Gaspi. Ball up. Lefty hit. Kobe Akaak was blocked. The ball went outside, so it's a point for NU. Las Cunha serves. Ball up by Medino. Over received though. This is a chance for the guys in white. Unfortunately, they weren't able to reorganize themselves well enough as compared to that reorganization of UST so that they could reject that hit. Two men were ready for that block. 10-all. Tardizabal returns, replacing Glention. And there's the answer. Tardizabal activated immediately by Gallego, who actually gave him some signages as he checked in. He was the immediate option coming off the bench. So now David Lardizabal will be the one serving. NU continues the pattern of the game being tied, and NU will get the advantage. Back and forth with that cycle. Opposite hit. Ball up by Gallego. Chase. Back set by Cart. Onto Yuan Mendoza for the point. (12 to 10). What a set, by the way, by Cart Las-Cunha. David Lardizabal serving once more. 12 to 10. Ball in. Tejones for the first ball. And Pao Medino will score as there was a check. Gallego tried to contest once more to no avail. Substitution now for the Bullpups. Eager will check out. And we have number 15, Milven Francisco, making his first appearance in this game. It's 11 serving 12. Sean Cruz sending that ball in. Las Cunha with the first ball. How about Kobe Akaak? Just came out of nowhere there. Everybody else was looking at the middle blockers approaching Jeff Gallego. And then Kobe was there all alone on the other side. The perfect setup by Jeff Gallego and the hammer by Kobe. Akaak will now serve. Nice receive by Ron Poha. Chase, no more. That's a block point for NU. They extend their advantage. 14-11. How about that? Jeff Gallego, the team captain of National University, coming alive. You have a timeout. We're back inside the Adamson University gym for your matchup between NU and UST. Right now, it's 14-11 in favor of NU in set number 2 as UST will make... Oh, sorry, there was a check ball, so they will get this point to trim the lead down to 2. Gallego again tried to contest to no avail. But we'll take this time to interview one of the best who ever played the sport of volleyball in the men's division here in the UAAP, former MVP Mark Alfafara, who's actually joining us here at the sideline. Mark Alfafara nowadays, by the way, is an assistant coach in the high school and college divisions, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Coach Mark, first of all, congratulations. You have come a long way. Dekada na no, since your MVP award. Pero kamustahin muna kita, kamusta pagiging assistant coach in both levels?
Ano naman, masaya naman siya. Different kind of players, may iba-ibang ugali. Siyempre, may matanda, may bata. So, most challenging siguro is yung paano ka makipag sa kanila na makuha mo yung kiliti ng bawat player ba. Siyempre, may bata dyan, makikisama ka kung ano yung pag-uugali. Tapos ngayon sa matatanda, ano naman yung nakagis na nilang ugali ng bata sila. So, yun yung masaya doon.
Matanong nga kita, ano yung diferensya ng players nowadays compared dun sa players nung panahunan mo?
Siguro mas ano ngayon yung mga bata kasi unlike before, para bang nade-develop yung player pagdating na ng college. Pero ngayon mga bata pa lang malalakas.
Maaga pa lang eh. No?
Oh, maaga pa lang. Kasi syempre siguro dahil na rin sa exposure ng men's volleyball. So sila na inganyo na nano. So bata pa lang. Parang nagpupursige na nano. Tapos syempre ano na rin ngayon lalo na sa high school level, ano na rin yung recruitment. So nagkakaroon ng kumbaga ba tumataas na yung level ng
actually, akala ko nga sabihin mo, kasi high school pa lang sila, coach na nila si Mark Alfafara. Diba? MVP ng UAP. Pero ngayon, gusto ko naman pag-usapan natin yung team ninyo. Kasi mula first round, ang layo ng pinagbago ng UST, papuntang second round. Paano nyo ba naiangat yung laro ninyo papunta dito sa ganitong level?
Siguro inaano lang namin sa kanila kasi since itong sistema na ginagamit namin ngayon is bago to. Hindi to yung before, hindi to yung sistema last year. Kung inaano lang namin na dapat pagdating ng second round, almost perfection na dapat tayo. Hindi yung para bang nung start kasi inuunti-unti pa lang nila, nag-a-adapt pa lang sila. So ngayon, inaano namin na pinipilit namin na may instill sa kanila, eto na yung sistema, hindi na ito yung dati. So ngayon, masaya kami kasi unti-unti na nga nilang naiintindihan. Minsan yung mga questions sila, pumapasok na dun sa sistema. Coach, paano pag ganito nangyari? Ano pa pwede namin gawin? So unlike before na, Coach, ito kasi dati eh. Ganon yung
so mas open-minded na sila.
Mas open-minded sila. So ngayon, mas madali sa amin na, okay, pag nangyari to, ito na yun. Hindi na to yung dati kasi sabi namin, di ba dati, ito yung gagawin nyo. Ngayon, ito na yung ano natin. Kasi nakadesign na ngayon yung sistema natin na lahat ng skills, kumbaga ba, isang linya lang siya, hindi na siya yung may lilihis na isang skill.
Well, that's good to hear na maganda yung attitude ng players ninyo, no? And it's paying off, Coach Mark. Ang ganda na pinapakita nyo. Right now, you're down by 1 point, 15-16. Unfortunately, may net touch tayong nakita doon, no? So good luck to your team for this game, for the rest of the season. And thank you for joining us,
Thank you,
Coach
thank
Mark.
you.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Okay. All right. So it's now 17-15. Jeff Gallego is getting ready to serve. NU still with the advantage. That's outside though, or make that short as the ball met the net. So it still is a 1-point game. The pattern actually has continued where NU would grab the lead. Lalapit na onti ang UST. Minsan tatabla. And then NU will again extend. Let's see if this trend will continue up until the very end of set 2. Kobe Akaak. Nice approach, but a better block. Akaak again. Tough save there by Kalele Gaspi. How about Poha? That works for Ron. Swiping that ball. Actually hitting that ball straight to the arms of the blockers. And so it was deflected outside. So we're tied at 17. Let's see if UST can finally get the lead. Set up to the middle. The pattern continues. Ardizabal delivering the goods off of the setup by Jeff Gallego. (18) serving 17. Cartas Cunha. Ball up by Medino. Kalele Gaspi goes to the middle. Sean Cruz scores. Boy, Kalele Gaspi has just been very impressive. In terms of his setting and his progress, sabi nga ni Coach Mark, no? Yes, there have been a lot of adjustments, but everybody understands that round 1 is done. That's our adjustment period. Now it's time to win if you're UST. By the way, the Golden Spikers now have the advantage off of that block by John Chris Aiko. So it's 19 serving 18. Can they go up 2-0? Unfortunately, a mistake was made by Ron Poha on that serve. (19 all). Ball up by Tejones. And here's Medino against 3 blockers. Aka counters, battle at the net. What a save by Juni Tejones. Off-speed hit, a chance now on the other end. Gallego to the left pin. That was absolutely checked. Another smart hit by Yuan Mendoza. I'm sure somewhere out there, the Mendoza family, including Yong, they're watching. And they must be very proud of Yuan, who has come a long way in this NU program. Attack at the middle. No goal for Sean Cruz. So NU regains the advantage. They have another timeout. Sorry, NU extends their lead as they have the advantage, 21-19 off of this point. Medino and company are now facing a 2-point deficit. 21 serving 19, as we get to see, of course, JJ Makam and the rest of the UE Red Warriors. Coach Rafi joining them at the sideline. Ball up by Tejones. Back set. There's a tip from the opposite, and that works for John Chris Aiko. The lead is cut to 1. See what happened. Nice tip there. Just over the blockers. Let's see if Sean Cruz and the rest of UST can tie the ball game up. That's an over receive. Retiro able to read that return. Battle at the net. That was tough. And it's won by UST. Back-to-back points off of the timeout. So we have another deadlock. 21 all in set number 2. And now it's timeout for Coach Edgar Baroga. All after back-to-back points for UST. We have another deadlock, and now they have momentum. Let's see if they can continue after the timeout of Coach Edgar. And it looks like they will. No more save there. That's an ace. Sean Cruz. 22-21. And they have a sub. Miguel Eager returns for Milden Francisco. Just like that, the tables have turned so quickly for UST. Sean Cruz sending that ball in, received by Retiro, middle hit, and that's why Miguel Eager was returned. One of the best middle blockers of NU, the guy who has absolute great chemistry already with Jeff Gallego. Didn't start off that way for them, but because of time together, a lot of bonding, a lot of training sessions as teammates, the chemistry is so much better. Unfortunately for Miguel Eager, there was a bit of a lapse there in terms of his decision making. Yeah, he can't get that ball anymore. Should have been his teammate. Yeah. Hindi pwede yun. So we have a timeout, 23-22. Miguel Eager off of his recent mistake. We'll look for retribution. And there you see the drummers, the pep squad present here inside the Addison University gym for NU. Big shout out to them. Thank you for your service. 23-22. UST with the advantage. Eager could not reach that ball. Two set points now for UST. And again, they're already up. One set to love. UST is trying to redo what they did against the top-seeded team, the UE Red Warriors. They've been the best team in the second round so far. Ball deflected, straight outside. UN Mendoza answers back. (23-24). And Yuan will take his turn at the service line. A crucial serve. That's in. Ron Poha with the receive. Medina will try to end it. No, sir. We're tied at 24. An extended set number 2. And I hope everybody is not surprised. Coming into this game, we already knew that it was going to be a battle. Ball up by Tejones. Kalel to the left pin. Medino was rejected there for a while. And then it was Gallego who scored for NU off of the 1-2 play. That's a second 1-2 for Jeff Gallego. And ultimately, he gives NU a set point, 25-24. Kalele Gaspi onto Medino again. Ball deflected. Gallego recalculates. Tough save there for UST. Medino sent back. Legaspi will choose Poha. A chance now for NU. They go to the left pin. And the tip works for Cart Lascuna. We are tied, one set apiece. The number 2 seeded team in the UAAP, showing us why they are one of the titans in this tournament. In extended fashion, NU Nazareth School will even things out as you take a look at some highlights in set number 2. Pao Medino continuing to pour in the points. But Toby Akaak was inserted in the set to provide that type of firepower, and so he did. Sean Cruz had a couple of great moments, also from the service line, by the way. How about David Ardizabal coming off the bench as well for NU, able to prove his worth once more for Coach Edgar Baroga. 26-24 in set number 2. We are basically back to square one.